Okay, good morning, or whatever time it is for you, wherever you are tuning in from. This is my first time actually going live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So for those of you who are used to tuning in 3 times a week when I go live, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I apologize for being a little late this morning. I was figuring it out. Hey, Ryan, hello. Nice to see you. Good morning, Jason. All right. So I have such a treat for you this morning. I want to talk to you about self-hypnosis. Now, as a certified hypnotherapist, I personally have been wondering, when am I going to do this? When am I going to share this? So today is the day, and I'm so excited to share this with you. Hi. Good evening or good night, wherever you're coming from. As you're hopping in, let me know in the comments. Say, hey, say hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and we're going to tune in together. So the way that I want this to work is I'm going to walk you through the steps for how to guide yourself into a relaxing trance state. One where your subconscious is open and receptive. You can rewire those old beliefs. You can create new experiences for yourself that lead to new opportunities or new behavior, right? And you can also learn how to really communicate with yourself in a way where you have more control, more choice over your responses, your reactions in everyday life. So first, I'm going to walk you through what the steps are, what the stages are, moving yourself into a trance state. And then I'm going to guide you through the process in a guided way, right? So it'll be kind of a guided journey into hypnosis today, okay? All right. One in which you will be able to kind of choose your own adventure and decide what suggestions or what you'd like to plant or what seeds you'd like to plant into your subconscious during this experience. So that part I'll actually leave up to you, but I'll say more about that in a moment. All right. Okay, we have some people hopping on. It's so good to see all of you. I'm so excited you are here. So one of the things I want to say about trance is that this is something that has been used therapeutically and medically and in many other ways and spiritually for as long as humans have been around, right? Hi, noisy kitty. Come on up. You got to be a part of the live too. She's so demanding. Okay. So, for example, you may have seen like shamanic drumming journeys where the rhythmic beat of the drum is what gently guides into a trance state. Or, for example, another example of entering into a trance state. I know, she's so cute. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. So trance is actually a very normal, natural thing. Another example of entering into a trance might be a trance dance. If you've never heard of that, it's where you use a rhythmic breathing technique that floods the body with oxygen while you move at the same time. And this kind of, again, this rhythm creates this slipping into this deeper state of consciousness that I'll talk more about in a moment. You are so cute. So those are two ways that we can enter into trance. And another is through this guided hypnosis journey that we're going to go on today. Now, what I want to say about this is that the more relaxed you can become, the deeper you will go. And the deeper you go, the more you have the ability to influence your own subconscious mind, which, if you don't know, is where your motivation lies. It's where all those automatic responses and triggers lie, as well as any of your emotional associations, different experiences, as well as where you house the subconscious image of yourself that actually drives most of your behavior in the world. So this is a very powerful place to access. And what a trance state is, essentially, the scientific term is like the alpha theta threshold. So it's that space, that in-between space where you're not totally awake and you're not totally asleep. You're kind of zoned out, right? You're in that in-between place. So I'm going to walk you through how to access this state, through what we call a guided self-hypnosis practice, okay? So the first stage is body awareness. And what happens when we bring all of our attention into our body is that it kind of pulls some of that energy, some of that attention out of the mental chatter. And it begins to put us into a more relaxed state. Now, if you're someone who has trouble relaxing, that is all the more reason for you to practice this, because you will get better at it. And of course, the benefits of being better at relaxing are astronomical. So if you're someone who struggles with relaxing, do it and practice and get better at it, is what I say to you. All right. For the rest of us, if you're someone who's it's super easy for you to relax, you just like lay down, close your eyes, and you're like gone. You may be someone who is prone to slipping in and out of trance in different situations in everyday life, in which case I would say this practice may actually be the most powerful for you in the part where you're learning how to come out of trance, okay? Because that's true. Some people walk around in trance all the time, all right? And that has its own disadvantages as well. Okay. All right. Here we go. So the first stage is relaxing and bringing your awareness into your body. Now, typically what we're going to do is a progressive relaxation. So today we're going to start with the top of the head and we're going to work our way down to the toes, systematically relaxing each part of the body. And again, the more attention you bring into your senses, the less is caught up in that mind activity. So just like with guided meditation, it's very similar. There are very few little distinctions between the two. You're going to relax and you're going to bring your focus into your body, just like I tend to do with my guided meditations, okay? Now, the second stage is where you transition from that beginning to get comfortable and relaxed. Now you're open, you're ready, you're receptive to move into a deeper state. Okay. And the way that we do that is we begin communicating with the subconscious, right? And here's the thing, your subconscious mind doesn't communicate with words and logic and reasoning the way that our conscious mind does. This is why when you're telling yourself, I should do this, I shouldn't do that, and you're telling yourself that over and over again, it's not actually changing your behavior. And you're wondering, why am I not doing this when I know I need to do this? Because you're talking your conscious mind, but you're not talking your subconscious. And that's where that behavior is wired. So how do you communicate with the subconscious mind? Well, here's the thing. The subconscious communicates in images and feelings and symbols. Think about dreams, right? We just talked about dreams if you were here with me earlier this week. Symbols, images, feelings, emotions, sensations. It's non-linear. It's irrational. It's sometimes ridiculous, right? That's the subconscious. So to communicate to the subconscious, we need to speak that language. And what this means in the context of how to self-hypnotize, it simply means begin to visualize. Now, if you are someone who isn't really good at visualizing, like it's not easy for you to form a picture in your mind, know that there are actually 3 different ways to go about this. And each person resonates more with a different one of these. So I'm going to share all 3, and you can decide which one is the most vivid for you. First of all, some of us visualize. We picture. We see the thing in our mind, okay? That's one way. That's one way to visualize, all right? You see the image in your mind, okay? The next is we imagine. Sometimes that means that we pull up memories. Like if I ask you to imagine a horse, you'll pull up a memory of a horse that you've seen, right? Or if I tell you to imagine stairs, you might see an image of or imagine stairs that bring up a memory or the concept of a staircase that you've seen before. Okay, so that's imagining. So that's a second way to visualize, and that works just as well. Okay, there's a third way, and this is the more kinesthetic way. This is where we sense, right? So I might not tell you imagine or visualize this. I might say, get a sense of this. And pretty much everyone can get a sense in their minds of something. So those are the three ways, and you're going to pick whatever way actually works best for you. And when you're communicating with your subconscious in this stage, all you're going to do is you're going to start to visualize. You'll either visualize, imagine, or get a sense of something. Now, typically what I like to use is the staircase. Now, if you've ever tried hypnosis before, if you've watched other YouTube videos about hypnosis, you may be familiar with the staircase. It's exactly what it sounds like. I ask you to imagine a staircase and count yourself down. Okay? You can do this with yourself. This step is not necessary, okay, for self-hypnosis. Specifically for self-hypnosis, this step is not necessary, but it is a fun tool, okay? And what this step does is it gives you something consistent that you can imagine each time that begins to activate those imagination centers in your brain that pull you deeper into that trance state. Now, once you are in this relaxed imagination place, that in-between place, you're starting to really zone out. Typically, I want to say this about hypnosis and about trance. Typically, we don't know how deep we've gone into trance until we come out, okay? Because as we're going in, we have nothing to compare it to. There's no contrast. It feels normal. It feels natural. It feels like regular awareness. It's once we come out back to full awake, aware, beta wave awareness that we feel the difference from where we were to where we are. Right? And that's how we know how deep we've gone, okay? So if you are practicing this and you're counting yourself down and you're also thinking to yourself, like, I don't feel different, that's normal. That's normal. Okay. All right. So we've talked about the beginning stage, that middle stage, leading yourself in. Just pick and you need an anchor, right? Something to imagine that has nothing to do with what you're going to do later in the process. That's just about you activating those imagination centers. So maybe for you, it's a beautiful garden that you step into that's all your own, and you imagine the same beautiful place each time. Okay. Or maybe it is the staircase, or maybe it's floating on a cloud, or maybe you imagine swinging on a giant swing way up in the sky. Okay. And then after that, the next stage is the suggestion stage. So this is where you're going to actually plant the seeds in your subconscious. You're going to rewire those old beliefs. You're going to give yourself suggestions that begin to change your life, right? So tell me in the comments, what do you want to use this self-hypnosis practice for? What do you want to change? What do you want to access? Do you want more money? Do you want more relaxation? Do you want to stop binge eating? Do you want to stop smoking? Do you want to sleep better? What do you want? What would you like your subconscious to help you with? Throw it in the comments real quick, and I'll give us just a moment. I'm just going to stretch. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I don't see anything yet, but go ahead and have that in mind, right? Like, have it in mind what you might want to use this practice for. Today, here's my suggestion. For this little guided practice that we're going to do today, my suggestion is that you focus on positive affirmations for confidence. Why? Because a sense of worthiness is like the ultimate pursuit of humanity. And so I guarantee you that every single person watching this could benefit from a deeper sense of self-worth, self-value, and self-esteem. So if all else eludes you, start with confidence. All right, guys. We're gonna move into it. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to start with self-hypnosis for confidence. And what that means is that in that third stage, you're going to imagine yourself as confident, either imagining what that might look like, what that might feel like, getting a sense of that, picturing yourself in different scenarios or with different people, showing up that way. Picturing maybe a celebrity or someone you see who is very confident, imagining yourself stepping into that persona or that body language or that way of being or that energy. Okay? Imagining it in all the senses, smell it, taste it, touch it, see it. And then we'll come back out. So whatever imagination you used to anchor you down into this state, if it's the staircase, then you go back to the staircase. If it's floating in a cloud, you go back to the cloud, okay? And then you drift gently back into your body. If you want to, you can count yourself up. The counting isn't really necessary, okay? People go into trance all the time. No counting required. We like to do it because it's a powerful tool that just speaks directly to your subconscious. All right. And by we, I mean hypnotherapists. Okay. And then you're going to open your eyes and you're going to come back and you're going to be refreshed and fully awake and ready to go. All right. The time has come to try this out. Okay. Let me know if you're ready. Like, raise your hand, say, yes, I'm ready. And we're going to go ahead and do it right now. Now, you get to have the experience of self-hypnosis later today or whenever you choose to try this out for yourself. But right now, I'm going to guide you through the process. So I'll be guiding you down into a state where you get to connect to your subconscious and imagine yourself in that confidence. All right? We've got a yes. We're ready to go. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to do is get comfortable. Right? Now, you can do this sitting up. Okay? And just maybe like if you want to like I have this nice chair where I can kind of lean back a little bit. So you might want to do that, or even sitting up. If you're someone who's used to meditating in an upright position, you can cross your legs and get comfortable that way. Just letting each part of your body maybe rest on the one below. Or if you'd like to recline, just get comfortable. I'll give us a moment. Perfect. Okay. All right. Now, when you're nice and comfortable, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And I'm going to start by having you take a series of deep, soothing breaths, beginning to bring that attention, like I mentioned, into the body. So let's take 3 deep breaths. Begin to notice the sounds in the space around you. Notice the feeling of your clothes on your skin. Notice the temperature of the air as you continue to breathe. And bring your attention all the way to the top of your head. And begin to imagine there's a sense of comfort and relaxation starting there. You might imagine like a beautiful, soothing light, radiating a warmth and calm. And let this light drift down through your skull, the back of your head, relaxing across your forehead, over your eyes, the back of your eyes, relaxing, drifting down your face to your mouth and jaw, through your throat, across your shoulders, down your arms. This relaxation, this comfort of this soothing, warm, radiant light filling up your chest, pouring down your spine, maybe in lazy little S curve, into your belly, down through your hips, drifting down the legs, relaxing your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. Just allowing that sense of relaxation to drift from the top of the head all the way down into your toes. And I'd like you to begin to imagine with me a staircase. You might picture yourself at the top of a staircase, or you may imagine the staircase, or simply get a sense of what it would be like to be standing at the top of the stairs, and with each step down we'll drift even deeper down into this calm, this comfort, this relaxation. And begin now, starting with 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, even more deeply relaxed with 4, 3. Know that the deeper you go, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the deeper you go with 2, 1, 0. Deep sleep. And here you can begin to imagine yourself confident, happy, joyful, free, walking, moving through life with a sense of ease and yourself, comfortable with who you are. You might imagine yourself speaking to friends or colleagues with a renewed sense of confidence, self-esteem, and notice how this person moves, how they look, how they dress, how they speak. Hear the sound of their laugh. Maybe smell the perfume. Feel the texture of their clothes. Maybe you can imagine yourself dancing. Dancing is such an expression of confidence, a place where we let go of any care or worry or concern for ourselves and simply allow us to be just as we are, to move and feel, express, and be seen, and surrender into that most confident version of you. You might imagine you can give yourself a hug. You might feel that increasing sense of gratitude and appreciation for how confident you feel right now. And as you take 3 deep, soothing breaths, you breathe in this confidence and breathe out any worry or concern. Again, breathe in confidence and release any worry or concern about you. Breathe in confidence and release insecurities, doubts. You can imagine anything here that you would like to see and experience as your reality. And then you can drift back to those stairs, and I'll count you up with 1, 2, 3, bringing it with you. 4, 5, still so relaxed. With 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Eyes open, wide awake. And with those eyes open, wide awake, I'd love for you to share your experience with me. Leave a comment. You should be able to comment even after we end the live broadcast. So be sure to let me know your experience. So let me do a quick recap for you. Self-hypnosis begins with focusing on the body, bringing your attention inwards, then moving into an anchor of imagination. It could be stairs or some other relaxing imagery. Then moving into your own suggestions to yourself. Imagine yourself living whatever that change is you'd like to make. And then finally coming back to that anchor to bring yourself up and out, back into that fully aware state. And that's it. That's all it takes for self-hypnosis. And I urge you to use this tool often to create exactly the life that you would love to be living. It is my personal belief and mission that when each of us is giving ourselves permission to live our dreams and to live confidently, joyfully, with self-love and respect, that is when we will live in a world that is loving and respectful and joyful. So please do your part. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Brian shared, I saw myself on a horse wearing white, gold, and turquoise, and then dancing wildly around a fire. That's beautiful. Wow, what insight into your unique expression is revealed to you there. And anything that you imagine in these beautiful states, I encourage you to act on. You know, when I was doing this practice for the first time, I saw myself with long blonde hair wearing like a tracksuit. And so I decided to grow my hair out. And I decided to start jogging. And these decisions have led me closer and closer to my authentic self. So, yes, absolutely. Share this out. Anyone who's watching, share this out if this is valuable for you. If this is something you feel like could make a difference for others in your life that you know, please share this. I'd be so grateful. On that note, so much gratitude, so much respect, so much honor to you. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in with me. Namaste. If you enjoyed this, know that I will be going live again on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm going to be going live both here and YouTube, both YouTube and here, or whichever one you're on. I didn't say that right, but you get the gist. I'll be live on both. Okay. And as always, if you haven't yet, check out the podcast, Tune Into You Meditation Podcast, where you can be guided by me through all kinds of journeys into self-discovery, relaxation, calm, and so much more. Okay? That's all for today. Mwah! Peace, love to you. I will see you later. Bye.